and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amy and today I am going to be bringing you what I think is going to be the final dedicated single foundation review on my channel for a while. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Total Cover Full Coverage Long Wear Foundation Weightless Feel. I have lost the lid for mine because I am a great YouTuber. This was one of the first foundations that I saw like a proper like social media marketing for. Like, this was ridiculous, the amount of adverts and sponsored posts that I saw over this. It must have been about 3 years ago. I got mine not that long ago. I just happened to have lost the lid for it. I have mine in the shade 10 Porcelain, and it's meant to be a full coverage matte finish camo stretch technology ultimate spreadability and even coverage foundation. I don't not like this product. I also don't inherently really like this product, so we'll dive straight into it. And as with all of my foundation videos, I'm going to be priming both sides of my face. Today I am going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Primer, which is my primer of choice at the moment, mostly because it's the smallest one that I own. So yeah, this is going to be the last dedicated single product foundation video that you are going to be getting, frankly, for a very long time. So obviously, as you will have seen a couple of weeks ago, I have kind of done, or well, at least implemented, in my opinion, a no spend year, a kind of re-looking at the way that I conduct myself with my finances and my channel, and kind of just wanted to promote a slightly better message on here than buy lots of shit that you don't need. Not that I inherently think that I've done that anyway. I haven't really done, I think I've done a second-hand Zara sale haul, and I think that, and one Boots £10 Tuesday haul. I think that was maybe about it. A couple that may have slipped through the net there that I don't remember. But basically for this year, for the entirety of 2021, it's not like Project 10 Pan when there's 10 products that you've got to finish, and after 10 products finish you can go and buy new makeup. No. It's a full year of not buying any new shit. It's a no spend year, a no new shit year. So if I need some new clothes, for example, if I end up losing the weight that I want to lose, or I end up gaining weight, it wouldn't really matter, I can buy clothes, that's fine, but they have to be from places like Depop or Vinted or eBay or charity shops, to try and get me into a better buying habits, better quality habits. Not that I'm going to run out of makeup, but if I did, that would be when I would be allowed to purchase it, when I have completely run out of a particular product. The only thing that might happen with, and I doubt it very much, would be mascara. That's the only one that I can see myself potentially even running out of. Because who needs a year of makeup sitting in their drawers? I definitely don't. So yes, this will be the last dedicated foundation video. You will still be getting some, obviously you will be getting makeup content from me every Friday, random videos every Sunday, and a vlog every Tuesday for you guys. I think you're getting a lot of like empties videos, a lot of product rediscovery videos, things like that. So we'll be doing well. My aim basically this year is to finish as many products as I can. So I'm going to go for the ones that are most empty and then work my way from there. So onto the foundation. Today obviously we're doing the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. From what I remember, this is quite a moussey foundation. They have like a decent shade range in this, but if it's moussey like the Rimmel Lasting Matte that I did, whenever that was, this will be a fun video. It is very, very thick. Like it's not splodging on my hand at all. As with all my videos, I'm going to apply one side with a sponge, one side with a brush, so we can see how it applies with both. I think it's going to apply terribly with both, but hey ho. It's slightly creamier than the Rimmel one, so it's not quite as moussey. But I just get the feeling that this is not going to sit particularly well. Because you can't, with foundations of this type, you can't really blend them. Also, this shade is terrible. Hi. problem that I have is that I have such a fear of being orange that even if I'm tanned, I will always think, oh no, I'll just buy the paler shade. It seems to be spreading relatively well, actually. It seems to be blending, dare I say it, which the Rimmel one definitely didn't do. And it does seem to be sitting better on my skin just generally than the Rimmel one. So that is at least something. I've finally changed the palette that I use as a mirror, because I was using the Revolution mini chocolate chip palette, but I have actually included that in my project, in my products I'm going to use up this year. I think I've changed my mind. I think I want to put a bigger palette in, because otherwise I'm just going to get bored. So I think what I'm going to do in terms of like my project pan year of no spend is I'm going to swap out to this palette, which is the Revolution Soap Extra Spice palette, because you just get a lot more kind of variety with your shades there. But in terms of an everyday like small palette, Tati's Pro to go, because it has every shade in it that I would possibly need for an everyday look. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but you'll get that in my first like favourites empties update. I'm undecided at this point. So that's a medium layer on this side of my face here, and it is quite full coverage. It is definitely a medium plus. You can't really see like my stronger pigmentation here, but I bet if I were to get a smidge of this and just pat that in right there, yeah, it's basically gone now. Okay. It has completely like whitened this side of my face, but obviously that's just because the shade matches entirely fabulous while I have tan on. It looks a lot better on my skin than the Rimmel foundation did. 100% it looks just generally a lot better. It does, however, like the Rimmel one, look like I've already powdered, and I haven't. It does look like I've already set my skin. It looks like I am wearing a lot of makeup already, and I'm not even wearing that much makeup, it's just there is a lot of makeup like on my face at this point. It built on itself quite well. I did add a second layer across this portion of my cheek and my nose. It hasn't separated, it hasn't caked, it hasn't done anything at all. It looks quite heavy on my skin at the moment, and that's with the sponge. So I'm slightly concerned as to how it's going to look with the brush. I'll move on to applying it on this side. One of the issues that I had with the Rimmel foundation, and I can't help but inherently compare the two, they're their build is full coverage, like matte moussey foundation, so it's obvious that I'm going to be like comparing them, even subconsciously. The one thing I really didn't like about the Rimmel foundation was the fact that, due to the texture of it, because it's quite thick, obviously, it's more a case of you kind of pushing it around your face rather than blending it into your skin. I ended up with really horrible brush marks in it, which I had to then kind of cheat slightly and go over them with my beauty sponge to get rid of them. And I felt really bad because I feel like I cheated. This is definitely spreading a lot quicker on the brush side, but it was still quite quick to apply with the sponge anyway. Also, for reference, I feel like I used the equivalent of about a pump and a half on this side of my face. That took about 20 seconds. I would say I have a very similar level of coverage on this side of my face to that. It doesn't look as fresh. Say it looks slightly, and we're talking like a hair's difference here, because you can't really look inherently natural when you have this amount of, like, what appears to be this amount of products on your face. I feel it looks slightly better on this side. There's no dry down time, there's no setting or anything like that. I mean, if this was to get any more matte, I'd actually be a little bit concerned. It looks okay on my nose on both sides. It's definitely sat better than the Rimmel one in terms of brush marks. I am going to have to cheat a little bit though, because the edge of my nose here is just looking a little bit questionable. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. I would say, all in all, relatively similar applications. I use probably just under a pump on this side, about a pump and a half on this side. Obviously it's a squeezy tube, so I can't tell you exactly how much I use, but yeah. My skin looks quite blank at the moment, which, depending on what you want to go for, if that's your bag, could be a good one for you. The only thing I'm concerned about is transfer. Really, at this point, I think my skin looks pretty good. I can almost not powder with, like, I'm going to powder, obviously, but I can almost not powder with how matte my skin looks at the moment. One of the issues I had with the Rimmel foundation was because generally the nature of these foundations is that they sit on top of your skin rather than blending into it. It came off immediately when I put a mask on, and as a result I ended up with a perfect ring on my nose where and it wasn't just like it had rubbed away, no, it came off completely within about 30 seconds of me putting a mask on. And I did like powder, 2 layers of like setting spray, like the full 9 yards, and it still came off. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about with this. But hey ho, I'm gonna go apply the rest of my makeup and I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. BRB. And I am back. A lot more makeup on than I was planning on putting on, but hey ho, it's on my face now, nothing I can do about it. I feel that I look quite pale, even though I have put a substantial amount of bronzer on, and my skin looks very, 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 very matte at this point, and I mean very matte at this point. You can tell that it's a proper matte foundation, and I've powdered it. My skin looks very flat, so there's not really any light being thrown except where my blush is on my cheek. That's really it. So that's something. Not inherently against it, not inherently for it either. So I am going to go about the rest of my day now. I've got a couple more videos that I need to film and some uni work and editing and stuff that I need to do. But other than that, I'll check back in with you guys in a bit to let you know how it's holding up. Hey guys, so it has been 5 hours since I first put this foundation on, and this is kind of what we're looking like at the moment. Like, we're not looking too bad in terms of oil. It's not the best, it's definitely not the worst. Hasn't split, hasn't separated anywhere. Well, actually, just here on the side of my nose, it is looking a little bit dodgy around here. Okay, it's come off a little bit around like the side and like my chin and stuff. Around my nose is looking a little bit questionable actually. But yeah, not brilliant, not bad. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat my dinner and do other bits and bobs. I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm back for my final check-in. I've had this foundation on for about 8-9 hours at this point, and it's not looking particularly good. Like, it has basically come off my nose here at this point. It has gotten really oily, and then it's like completely sank in, like all my pores. So this is really actually not held up very well at all. Oh god, I'm very much looking forward to taking this off my face. I seem to remember this performing better than it has done today, so I don't know whether I've done anything differently today than I would have normally. I don't think so, but hey ho, nothing can be done about it now. But yeah, not terribly impressed. That has been my foundation review of the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and give this video a big thumbs up so more people can find it. And other than that, I'll see you next time guys. Bye.